Bam. Yes, people, you know what that is. That's the high five. Let's go again. Bam. Yes. So before we start, if you're not already subscribing or following, please take a moment and go and make this a possibility. No, I'm still gonna make this a possibility. Go and do it, please. Thank you. Appreciate it very much. So hear what I'm saying. So lately I've been watching a lot of podcast stuff. Yeah, it's more the American stuff, and there's a lot, and they have a lot of views where the black man is talking with the black woman about the dynamics between a relationship between the black man and the black woman. Or you see podcasts where men, whether they're black, white, pink, purple or brown, are having conversations with women about the dynamics between the relationships of man and woman, irrespective of race and thing, yeah? So I was actually thinking to myself, you know what? If you don't know who Willie Lynch is, I'm actually going to get something up and stick it in here, like, so you can quickly go to it so you can see. But Willie Lynch is a brother that he must have developed these techniques, and he would tell other slave owners, or he became famous because he developed techniques on how to break people, or how to break the black man, the black woman and the black family. The reason I mention that is because one of those techniques was to pit the man against the woman and the woman against the man. So specifically was to pit the black man against the black woman and the black woman against the black man. There's all other things, because there was age in it, there was complexion, whether you was lighter, darker, high, all this business, but I'm specifically focusing on the black man being pitted against the black woman, and not only the black man being pitted against the black woman, but also the black woman being pitted against the black man. Now when I see these pods and that, and these talks, as much as I feel like talking is very important because it works a lot of things out, I can't help but see, bruh, this brother, my man said, this Willie Lynch brother, he said that the techniques that he has invented would last anything from 300 to 1,000 years. Like, this means it's self-perpetuating, meaning we do it to ourselves now. We don't need no one to be instilling like buck breaking. You get what I'm saying? A certain type of behavior, that a certain way they want you to behave, and a certain outcome they want, they know what to do to get that outcome. So how they've broken the black man, pitted the black man against the black woman and the black woman against the black man, it's like I see it in most of these relationship talking, I don't know if they're podcasts, I call them podcasts, but it's their relationship talking thing, when I'm seeing, and I even see the dynamics not even just in black, like it doesn't matter if it's a black man against a black woman and black woman against a black man. I even see it where white boys, like the white people, them, their podcast, and you can even see in them having the same back and forth, like men going against women, women going against men. And I think I've come to I think I've actually come to a proper understanding, like, raw, all of us watching this shit is just entertainment. The reason I say it's just entertainment is because from you're really a man, you will never ever going to understand a woman's point of view. You're never going to understand it. You might sympathize, empathize with her, but you're never going to really understand it because you're a man. And same for a woman. From you're a woman, You're never, ever, ever, ever gonna understand from a man's perspective. Again, you might empathize and sympathize, but you're a woman. You're never gonna actually truly understand it. So you see all this talking that we're doing to try and understand each other. Maybe we're not supposed to understand each other. Men are supposed to understand men, yes. Women understand women. But a man to understand a woman, and for a woman to understand a man, maybe all we need to do is understand what we do for each other. Do you get me? Understand what we're doing for each other. Not really trying to understand the being. Do you get me? Woman and man, two different things. I'm seeing this common issue here, like women think men should be like this. When men are like that, they don't like it. But they still want men to be like that. Men don't really understand that fact, and they try to be that same thing they know women don't like, but they know they can get a woman by being like that, but in the long run, she's not gonna like you. So men still behave in a fucked up manner. It's madness. Like, raw. So back to the Willie Lynch thing. That thing there's worked very, very well. Extremely, extremely well. I don't know what this is going to do. I don't know who this is going to touch. I don't even know if this is going to resonate with anyone. But let me know if it makes any sense to you. Like, is it really worth all this conversating? Is it really worth it? I don't think so. If I'm married to you and we're in a relationship, we shouldn't even need to really talk, really. Because if we're talking, that means there's an issue. You get me? Like, if I'm asking you things, where do you want to eat? What do you want to do today? This is cool. You get what I'm saying? But if we need to actually sit down and have a talk, that means there's an issue somewhere. When things are good, you know, you're not really, no talking's really taking place, you know, you're just living, existing, things are happening. When I mean talking, I mean in depth, like talk, deep talk, like I need to sit, we need to have a conversation, them kind of chat there. Whenever that's the situation, it's never ever really good. You get me? If you're having a good time and you're there talking, you can't really be having a good time, because if you are having a good time, talking's the last thing that's on your mind. So if I'm in a good relationship, I'm not a woman, so I don't gossip. So talking's the last thing that's on my mind. Talking's the last thing on my mind anyway. Probably don't seem like it, because I do things like this. Let me know what you think. You might need to replay this, go back a little bit, because you might have lost your train of thought. I haven't, because I'm still thinking like, right, it's like I think like men are never going to understand women. Women are never going to understand men. What are we doing here? Like, what are we doing? Anyway, again, make sure you subscribe, make sure you follow, make sure you like, make sure you comment, share as well, repost. It helps. You know, it helps, and it's free. But why not? It's free. It doesn't cost you anything right now. Well, maybe if you want to be technical, you can say, oh, but my mom, I have to pay to be online and rare. All right, cool. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, let me know what you think, yeah?